Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more." Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a cease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silk and satin certain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more."
Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness and there nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal had ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back to the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul with me burning. Soon again I heard the tapping, something louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, where the eyes the mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. This the window, and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven, of the saintly days of yore. Not the least substance he made, and not a minute stopped or he stayed, but with a mane of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more."
Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the craven, stern decorum of the countenance it wore, "Though thy crest be sure and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." All this ungainly fowl to her discourse so plainly thought its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But then raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if it so, in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only stock and store, cut from some unhappy master, whom a merciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore to the dudges of his hope, that melancholically burden bore, nevermore."
but the raven still beguiling, all my sad soul into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bustling door. Then, up in the velvet sinking, I betook myself to lingering, fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of joy, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gone, that ominous bird of joy, meeting croaking, nevermore. This I said, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fool whose fiery eyes now burned into my bottom's core. This and more I said divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated over, but whose felt violet, lining with the lamplight gloating over. She shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God had lent thee, by these angels he has sent thee. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind defense and forget this lost honor. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil. Whether tempest sent, or whether tempest tossed, thee there ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert, land enchanted, on this home by horror hounded, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Prophet, said I, think of evil, prophet still, barrel devil, but the heaven that bends above us, but the good whip of a door. Tell this soul with sorrow laden, if we in the distance aid them, we shall class a Satan maiden who the angels name Lenore. Class a run a radiant maiden who the angels name Lenore? Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that war a sign of party, bear of theme, as starting. Get thee back into the tempest and the nice Plutonian shore. Leave no black plus I'm a token of that light that soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the vast above my door. Take that big from my heart, and take that forth from my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never fleeting, still is sitting, on the pallid vase of palace just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight, or him streaming, throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul, from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore.